All right, so the next video I'm about to play the breakdown. At the time I filmed it, didn't know who the police department was, and we found out it's the Waterbury Police Department in Connecticut. So just looking really quickly, we're going to watch this video. We're going to watch the training video, their training recruit video for new candidates who want to become police officers in the city of Waterbury, Connecticut. And then we'll watch the breakdown of how their actual police officers engage, and we'll make a determination about whether or not they're legitimate. But let's take a look at this together. All right, this is one that's been going around. You guys have been asking me to do a ton of breakdowns on this one, and we're going to. This is just, what is it? It's a 52-second video. I got this from many people, but I'm looking at this from Police Law News over on Twitter, Instagram, Police Law News. But this, there's no information about this. There's no department. There's no, the body camera's obstructed. All this, so we don't know the agency from this, and we're going to break this down and have a conversation about a female cop doing a building search. Let's take a look.
No. There's a freaking mirror, bro. I turned that way. Fuck. Huh?
You got something later, boss. You don't need...
But we have to finish freaking clearing.
Yeah. That's what I said here.
I didn't hear you say that.
You alright?
Yeah, I didn't get anything. There's a door right here.
I want to break this down really quickly because a lot of people are talking about her shooting the mirror, but we need to talk about the unbelievable, shitty police whatever agency this is, both these cops need to be fired. This is a building search, right? And you can hear the alarm going off. It seems like a residence, okay? It could be, I don't know what type of neighborhood. We don't know where this is at. Building searches, we treated every single one of them as both, if it's serious, and it's a phenomenal tactical training every single time. You had an open door. I don't care. It was on midnights. It never mattered. That was one of the greatest things in the world when you got an open door. Open door, everyone said, hold the air. You held the air. The reason why you hold the air is you didn't want traffic going off. Now, a lot of us wore earpieces, so it didn't really matter, but we treated every open door and premise check and building search as if it was the most serious tactical training opportunity, because as cops, you just don't get it that much, especially if you're in, not well-funded department. Also, you have to consider every single different building you go is an unknown. It's a different tactical scenario, different corners, cut the pie, all this shit. Fucking awesome opportunity. I want to point these two fucking stooges out and how stupid they both are. So number one, treat it as if that there's someone inside. Now, this is the balance act. You want to treat it as if you got somebody waiting to ambush you, right? And maybe, I highly doubt, after watching this video, I do not think that her mind was at such a level of tactician that she put 2 rounds into that mirror because she immediately saw the threat in the mirror. I don't think that is. I think she jumped. Sadly, I think her finger was probably on the trigger, and she had sympathetic nervous system reflex. With that being said, listen to them. Let's break that down first. Building search. Somebody could be hiding, waiting to ambush you. Is there a fucking herd of Clydesdale horses tromping down the stairs? If somebody was waiting for you, they fucking knew exactly where they were. Also, can we talk about light discipline? Now, I went to the academy in 2001. I'm a dinosaur at this point, right? We had the Surefire lights that I saw for the first time. That I was like, damn, I got to save up my $130 to get one of those. And it came with the red lens because we were taught light discipline. And if you didn't have a red lens to go over it, you were very careful about spilling light as you went, because what? Bad guys can see where you are. Not only Does this person have their light on a constant state of on? This is the view from the female officer. She is lighting her partner the fuck up with every step he takes. Silhouette in front of him. The bad guys would know exactly where he is. This is the worst part. This is the worst part. As you're walking by, she's lighting him up. Lighting him. Here, let's see. Did she light him up again? Well, she has to light him up this way, right? Because she's turning.
No, stop. There's a freaking mirror, bro.
Yeah, you just shot, so you gave up your position, and then it's a fucking mirror, bro. They're still talking. They're still giving up their position.
Turn that way. Fuck.
Both of you fucking clowns. If somebody's in the house, they know exactly where you are.
But we have to finish taking clearing. Yeah.
This is the part that really bothers me the most. I'm going to assume that she's using the light that's on her pistol. I always had a mag light, or later on it was a much smaller light. I used to carry it in the Harry's, pressed up against. We didn't do the teacup. I don't think this is a teacup. I don't think any academy teaches it anymore.
I didn't hear you say that.
But her, right here, this is what I don't know, and I'm trying to sit there and figure this out. Is her hand position in the teacup, which is 1970s Charlie's Angels, when they held the revolver that way? She does not have any full meat or hand or skin on the pistol, no control of the pistol. I don't think she's doing Harry's because her hands would be crossed over like this, and she's illuminating her way with the pistol, the rail light on the pistol. Now, remember, I'm not a tactical expert in this, and maybe some of you in the comments, if you have something to say about this, I'll be glad to hear your 2 cents. But the way that we were trained, it was added in our training later on that under no circumstances were we supposed to do building searches with the light from your pistol, especially considering the fact that, God forbid, you come across somebody where deadly force is not needed and you light them up with your pistol and they're looking down the barrel of a gun, that's deadly force. We were not allowed to illuminate any subjects with our pistol as well. Now, I know that may seem counterintuitive. Well, how can you can't do a building search with a pistol if you got your pistol drawn? I get that. That's why I'm asking for your comment section. In my day, it was Harry's and the pistol. Not to mention the fact that our departments, a lot of them didn't allow us to have that rail. It wasn't until the very end. So in this, she's lighting up her partner with her pistol. You guys all say she shot in the mirror. She fucked up way more than that. She fucked up with the noise, fucked up with the poor light discipline, muzzle covered her partner, and gave up her position the entire time.
No, stop. There's a freaking mirror, bro. I turned that way. Fuck. But we have to finish taking clearing.
Yeah. I said here.
I didn't hear you say that.
It's a fucking joke to them.
I didn't hit anything. There's a door right here.
Give up your position. Yeah, to answer your question, Police Law News can't find where this occurred or a single news story on this. Odd. Well, it's not odd. No department would want to own up to this bullshit and embarrass themselves as a fucking laughing stock agency. Shitty tactics. It's far more than just shooting a mirror. It's stupidity on the road. And sadly, we have officers like this everywhere across America. Be safe out there, kids. Listen, everything is meant to improve law enforcement, and if you can't take a criticism or an armchair quarterback at the end of the day, you need to really reevaluate what you're doing to serve the public. Flashy videos, putting up online, getting what type of people are you getting in, and what are you offering your cops to stay in? The video that I just played, talking about the breakdown, those are some of the worst tactics I've ever seen, but sadly, it's becoming commonplace around the United States because of the quality of candidate that we have. We never, in my day and age, my generation of law enforcement, we never had videos like that. They never went on television. You never saw them as trailers for movies. We're at a stage now where it went from you get 1,000 people show up to an application where 1 or 2 cops get hired to now agencies now have to film videos like this and incentivize cops to get hired. This is a legitimate problem we have in the United States. So, Waterbury, of course, I'm picking on you, but you know what? Your officers there are there to keep the peace and maintain order in a free society, and fuck, if they're not going to get themselves or others killed in this process, I don't know what will, but we need to wind up taking care of this. Hopefully, you'll take this as constructive criticism and do better for those that you swore the oath to serve. Be safe out there.